Hi Pisces, this is going to be a love and relationship reading for your sign for late February 2021. What's going on with Pisces and their person? Take this as it resonates today, you guys. This might sound like it's talking about you and the person you're with right now. It might sound like it's talking about you and someone from the past. I will also provide perspective for the single Pisceans watching and looking for love. Let's look at these cards together, guys. Okay, so this is what's coming up then for Pisces. Okay, Five of Wands, or Five of Swords rather, I should say. King of Swords. You could be dealing with an Aquarius right now, Pisces. I've got the Ten of Swords, some more air energy. Knight of Wands could be even a Virgo or Sag coming up. The High Priest in reverse. Nine of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. So look, all is ending pretty well for you, Pisces. All is like looking very well as things turn out with the 2 of Cups leaving the reading. But it just looks like we have some stuff to work through in the meantime. We're gonna get to the 2 of Cups. We will. It's just that in the meantime, there's gonna be some swords in your way, or something been thrown your way. Something like you're very optimistic that you can get through this. And I think especially if you're dealing with an Aquarius at the moment, Pisces, this is looking really optimistic for you guys, that you're going to get through this together. Things are going to work out. It just looks like what you're dealing with right now at the middle of the reading is very okay, so you've having conflict with the person you're with. You've been having some tense arguments. Like the opinions at the moment are so very rigid. You have been very flexible with this person. You have been like able to move quickly, adapt to what how they view the world, basically. I feel like you're with somebody who has a or dealing with somebody who has like a really rigid and strict viewpoint on something, and there's no bending there, there's no wiggle room. You've been so flexible, so why is this person, you might think they're being quite selfish actually. All right, so they could be even being forceful with their opinion. This has to stop, says you. You're like, I can't take this anymore, 10 of Swords. This has to completely come to an end. The forcing of the opinions, like the no bending, the kind of closed-minded approach, or narrow-minded. You're like, this has to die. Like in order for you guys to get to this 2 of Cups, loving energy, where you're 3 of Cups, just enjoying yourself, bliss, having fun, singing, dancing, romancing together. Because all of these opinions and it's like quarrelsome, like really naggy, you're optimistic that you can just get through it, but something has to break, basically. It's been like stack of things, one thing on top of another, kind of getting more and more and more. It hasn't like fully broken yet, like there hasn't been like this big all-out argument or anything came to like surface. It's just been like little things like chipping away, kind of almost. The High Priest in reverse, or the Hierophant in reverse. What you guys need to do right now is just try a whole new approach to how you've been dealing with your relationship beforehand. So yeah, Pisces, like think outside the box. Like it's about loosening up this rigidity. Like the King of Swords is Aquarian, so fixed air. Hierophant is the card that rules Taurus, fixed earth. So you might be dealing with a fixed sign at the moment, Pisces, or just someone who's really quite stubborn with their ideas. They just think that like their way is the only way, and you're here to show them like, no, we can do this in a way better way. It doesn't have to be, they're like taking on such a heavy load. It looks like they're this person stacking 10 wands on their back, when really there only needs to be one. There doesn't need to be all this stress or all this extra work. They're insisting on making things harder than what they are. Look, always we're leading to these cup energies. So let's clear up these cards a little bit more. I will offer right after this a perspective for single Pisces, but let's quickly finish off the energies coming up around Pisces in the relationship, or if this is what you're what's like kind of coming up. Let's look at this It's like a really argumentative energy, or like really strong opinions, really rigid. You've been flexible, I think. Let's see, let's clear up the Swords energies. Let's clear up the Five of Swords, King of Swords, and Ten of Swords for Pisces. It's like something's got to give is what I'm thinking, like in terms of of how you guys communicate. Wheel of Fortune, there's that optimism that we talked about earlier. And then the Fool card, very, very optimistic that this can be a happy living situation, a happy relationship. This can all be worked out. You know, you definitely want it to be worked out. You're just like, how much of my self do I have to sacrifice? Nine of Pentacles. How much of my opinions or my boundaries or like my viewpoint and my truth, what do I have to sacrifice in order to make things a little bit more easeful with the person that I'm dealing with, the person with these really strong viewpoints that you're dealing with? You're very optimistic though that this is going to start working out more favorably, and I can tell that it is, with the Two of Cups being the outcome here. Like, you know, this is it's a karmic relationship, but it's very favored at the moment. So things like are working with you rather than against you overall. The only thing that might be working against you is yourselves or the other person or both of you. I feel like there's a little bit of self-sabotage in there included as well, Pisces, because everything else is working in your favor. This is a really compatible and expansive pairing that you've got here. So let's see, let's move on and clear up a couple more, because we're getting to this happy situation again. We're getting back into balance, but in the meantime they want to make more work out of things. They want to like make a big mountain out of a molehill, fight off unnecessarily amounts of work. Let's have a look. Let's clear up what's going on around this person you're dealing with the 10 wands on their back. They're overwhelmed. Why is that? Let's look at the High Priest in reverse and the 10 of Wands in reverse. 9 of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, I think, is you being like, we don't have to do it like this. This is the King of Wands. Someone's stubborn, right? But they've got a lot of good ideas. Four of Pentacles. They've got a lot of good ideas. They're really like quick-witted. They need to be brought out of their shell almost. They're very work focused at the moment, very focused on their hustle, I think. Very focused on getting a reputation, building up their business, getting a name for themselves. They're acting kind of not like themselves, but I think it's in quite a positive way at the moment. Like they're taking being a bit more rebellious, being a bit more adventurous, kind of opening up to new ideas. So that's good, because what I see here is like kind of closed off to ideas. Okay. All right, let's look. So we're ending the reading on a really nice high for this Pisces in the relationship, where you're going to be like really enjoying each other's company, romancing, very loving energy. Let's look. Let's clear up this Three of Cups. Let's clear up the Two of Cups, leaving the reading late February for Pisces. Okay, Ace of Wands. Yeah, very good physical end of the year, end of the month. High Priestess. You think you want to spend some quality time, just you and your person. Like you want to get all romantic, you know, all ready for bed. Ace of Wands coming through. Just the two of you, High Priestess, just us two is what you're thinking, and that's the way you want to spend the end of the month, like really just investing time and opening up to your person, and I think even like sharing some sides of yourself. This is like a really opening up energy that I see. coming through for you. Okay, so let's look at this then through the eyes of more like single Pisces, like see what's coming up, right? Like, so this might talk to you guys about a previous relationship. It might just be talking about your current search for somebody at the moment. Let's have a look. So basically what I can see, so I want to now clear this up and look through for single Pisces. So what I can see for this Pisces that's single right now is that you're feeling a bit overwhelmed mentally, actually. You're feeling like you've a lot going on your mind. You're like, I see some of you guys out there and you're like, oh gosh, you're talking to yourself like, oh, I can't believe I did that. I'm such an idiot, like kind of a thing. And like, you're just being really harsh with yourself, very harsh with yourself, beating yourself up heaps. Like, it's because things have been moving along with somebody, then they weren't, then they were, then they weren't. It was like, halt, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop. And you're like, what did I do there? What did I bring about the halt? And something that I think started off really, really energetically, passionately, like this was going to be something that was going to go somewhere. What started off like that, Pisces, kind of just slowed down, and like, not like it fizzled completely, but you were just like, where did this person go? This person has a lot on their plate. This person is trying to think of a new way of doing something, and it's like kind of all encompassing for them. It looks like, though, you're going to get some sort of an offer that you'll be pretty happy to say yes to towards the end of the month for the single Pisces. Could come about, there might be something you have in your mind, like a get-together or some sort of a networking event, or could be work, could be family, could be something that you've had your kind of marked in your diary and you're like, oh, that's going to be really nice. I'll make an extra effort that day. Good idea. Making an extra effort to just look fly. Let's clear up then some of these cards. Let's see. Okay, so you're beating yourself up over something in a huge way, Pisces. You're like, I can't believe I did that. I embarrassed myself, or it was my fault that that ended. Basically, like, whatever. You're totally blaming yourself. Let's see what that was. 8 of Cups in reverse. Saturn in Pisces. Yeah, so you're like, you're like, this is my fault that we had to walk away and all of these cups spilled and everything went wrong. That's all my fault. That's what you're thinking. That is what you're thinking. You're doing the blame game. You're putting this all on yourself. Let's clear up though. Let me get one more card for this middle. Let's take 2. Let's take 2. Queen of Coins. Strength card. I think you think that you came on too strong, Pisces, and you're like, well, no wonder I scared this person away because I came on so strong, but basically saying that you wanted a future with this person. You wanted something that was going to blossom and grow and like take seriously, like domesticated energy, coming up with the Queen of Coins. So I think it was like something you wanted to nurture. You really were into this person. You really liked them. You were very physically attracted to them, and probably same goes, but for whatever reason, and we're going to look into for this reason actually, but it's like they had their own soul path to take and it just wasn't aligning. It wasn't in the flow with you for that moment, Pisces, because there's probably something that's going to come your way that is a lot more deserving anyways, that you're going to be like, yes. Okay, so all this on your mind, I guess, is just that was my fault, okay? And it's kind of overwhelming you. We got to put an end to it. Let's look at the High Priest coming up. You're going to be acting, or you're going to notice something about you moving forward that almost surprises yourself. You're like, I can do this. Okay, I got this. That was weird, but whatever. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Let's look at the High Priest in reverse. Just one card for that. So coming up, Pisces, 4 of Cups. It's kind of like, don't dwell on this, okay? This is the energy of dwelling. Stuck, rigid, not changing my mind on this. It's like a kind of like, the only thing that I think is good about this change of that there could be some changeability, or you know, if the mood has been very like stubborn, rigid. The other thing is that it's like the change that could be possible for you is like, oh, there's another way of doing this. Basically, this is like you getting creative in your mind and thinking outside of the box and just acting a bit more rebellious maybe about how to get out of this funk, get out of this slump. Like you might be like, oh, I'm gonna put myself out there and join this yoga class. There might be some cute people there, or I'm gonna do something that I wouldn't ordinarily do, like join a team, or just like kind of think outside of the box in terms of how you're going to be meeting somebody and who the next opportunity. There's going to be like an option that comes up. So with this Two of Cups, let's look at this Ten of Wands. So the person that Pisces, you feel like, oh, I messed up, they had a lot to be dealing with. Let's look a bit more into that. They might have felt slightly overwhelmed by you, put under pressure by you. Or it's just they totally had too much on their plate in terms of bottom of the deck, Six of Wands, following their hustle or just being very about that at the moment, that relationships weren't really into it. Or alternatively, just could have been the way like they kind of caught a sense of your tone, or like you being very commanding really with them, and they were like, oh, I'm not really ready for this at the moment. I'm kind of having to go my own way. Fear not, because new opportunities lie ahead, new options for a deeper kind of love regardless. So it's a better, more connected love lie ahead. You're growing a lot through this, Pisces. I have 2 3s here in the reading. It's like signs of growth through this disappointment. You're actually like growing more emotionally, okay? So let's have a look and let's clear up this offer at the end of the reading. It looks like this Two of Cups comes after the Ten of Swords, like to say, once you end this thought cycle, Pisces, that's when you're going to be opening up to this new offer. Let's look at this. Clear up the Two of Cups. Four of Pentacles, and this is the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, it could be somebody that you work with closely. Could be somebody that you're on a project with at the moment, doing a group effort with. It could be somebody that you at first think is a little bit more reserved, a bit more withdrawn. They kind of might take you by surprise, Pisces, in fact, that they're reaching out to you and asking you out on a date or contacting you. It's like, oh, I thought you think this person is really reserved or would never have made that first move. So cool, that's something to look forward to. Let's check in again soon, Pisces. That was going to be love and relationship read for late February 2021. There's another love reading on my channel from last week as well. Maybe you want to check that out if you like the style of this. Other than that, I do monthly forecasts for a look into your month ahead, using astrology, using oracle cards, using the tarot, of course, but it's not always about love. It can be career, work, family, friends, whatever's coming up strongly at the time that we need to talk about, Pisces. That's all from me today. I will speak to you again soon, and enjoy your month.